right now.
Go backwards. You created a calculator with all these national precedences, and I can use it for free. Welcome to the Utah Business Spotlight. Man, do we have an episode for you. First, like, subscribe, share, tell everybody we want to spotlight Utah's best businesses, and we want to give them what I would call more air in their sails. So today I am sitting with Jonathan Castillo, and he has a company that is just so innovative. I can't wait for him to tell you more about it. He started this company with a partner. It's really quite incredible. It's making news everywhere. You're going to want to know about it. It's called CVR.
Correct.
And Jonathan, tell us more about CVR. First and foremost, what is the acronym stand for?
CVR. CVR stands for Case Valuation Report.
Case Valuation Report.
Correct.
Sounds scary. Tell me, what is that all about?
It sounds, yeah, the case valuation sounds a little bit powerful in there.
Right?
Yeah. So what we do is we have a calculator, and we help you or help calculate workers' compensation cases.
Workers' comp cases. So the case valuation is a workers' comp case that you're creating valuations on.
Correct.
Very cool. Tell me more. What does that look like?
So we have a calculator where you input the information of the case you have, and based on what the state stipulates for the law for workers' compensation injuries and all the different variants, we create a value of the case. We give the information to the injured worker about all their benefits.
So you're really educating the worker as to what is possible or the potential of what they should be receiving in their case.
Correct. Let's say that you get into an accident at work, right? Mm-hmm. And then your first question is...
Let's not say I get into an accident.
Well, let's say that you know somebody else. Yeah, somebody else. Sorry. Okay, somebody else gets into an accident. Sure. That you know. And the first thing is that they wonder how many days off can I take? Where can I go to the doctor? How much am I going to get? What my benefits are, you know? And right now what happens is that they go to the lawyer, and they are at the mercy of the lawyer when they calculate the case, when they go in and negotiate with the insurance and what the compensation and benefits are going to be.
Interesting, right? So I would imagine that it's beneficial to the insurance to not tell you how much you could get. Would I be right?
Yes and no, but also the insurance would be able to use it because they know the value of the compensation case. They know how much they need to advocate or to allocate for that specific case. So they'll know.
Can balance their budget.
Mm-hmm.
They know that we shouldn't throw this much law at it because there's highly likely this is what we're going to settle at anyway. But so the insurance is protected by not oversettling.
Correct.
And the human being, the worker, is protected by not undersettling.
Exactly.
So your product, because I love marketing, right? So, exactly. So what your product really is doing for the marketplace is it's expanding, it's educating people on what's possible, what they deserve, and it's educating people on exactly where they're going to fall into the elements so that they can't also simultaneously, because I've seen this happen, and mm-hmm. I'm asking you, mm-hmm. they can't be sold by some attorney driving and saying, hey, we're going to get you $1 million if the case is only a $30,000 case. I'm using fictitious ideas and numbers, but that attorney might say, man, if I turn out 50 of these $30,000 cases, I'm going to promise them the sky, deliver nothing, but I'm still extrapolating my fees, knowing, but how I lured the workers' comp people in is by offering an idea that's not realistic. Could that happen?
That could happen. 100%. 100%. I guess one big misconception that the injured worker has is that when they have a case, sometimes they think that they are going to get a compensation based on how much money the company has. Like they're like, okay, you know what? I got injured at JC or at I don't know, one of these billion-dollar companies, and they're like,
I got injured at a billion-dollar company. We won't say any names.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, I'm going to get a 1% of the company because of this, right?
Which is
exactly.
Right?
So that's not exactly how it works. There's a law that stipulates like, where did you get hurt? How many days did you lose from work? And how many times did you go to the doctor?
All of these are precedents.
Exactly.
They're already precedents in court. So
exactly.
because so what you've done, it seems, is you've created a database of precedents. You've cued that into with some sort of taxonomy, cued that into where I put in these ideas, and the back end extrapolates from that level of taxonomy, if this, then that, then this, right? Or some sort of fancy algorithm. We like the words algorithm better than taxonomy, but it's generally taxonomy is a spreadsheet, right? But you extrapolate it from this very difficult thing to extrapolate it from, and you can very accurately find the number.
Yes, and we are actually very, very big on precedents. We have a big database where we take precedents of cases, so that helps the lawyer kind of give him more tools to negotiate better. But our data is also 100% accurate. We take everything that the law stipulates. For example, I'm not going to give correct numbers here because I'm afraid I might be wrong. But
this is ideas,
right? So for the state of Utah, because every state is different, if you get injured and your entire body is worth about, let's say, 600 or 500 weeks for the state of Utah. So if you were to lose your entire body, I guess you would get compensated 500 weeks of what you make at work, right?
And in your algorithm, does it calculate annual increases across that 500 weeks as well?
Exactly. Yeah. Correct. So then what happens is that, for example, it's the entire body is 500 weeks, but let's say that your finger is not going to be worth 500 weeks. The law says that it's about 120 weeks. Half of your finger is worth about 70 weeks. And then the tip of your finger is worth 25 weeks, right? So, and that's exactly
and
how.
These are all fictitious numbers.
Correct. All fictitious.
We're just using an idea so that you understand. So that's interesting, right? So I might think I lost my finger and now I can never work again and I'm going to be compensated for life. But there might be a law on the books that says, hey, the maximum compensation for that is X amount of weeks. And that X amount of weeks is calculated by what percentage of the digit is lost.
Exactly.
It's so interesting. And you now have all of these variables into something. So, man, that must be expensive, Jonathan. How I as a worker, how would I ever afford a service that's so deep in its understanding? Like, that's crazy.
So that's a good part. Number one, the calculator is free to use for our injured workers right now.
Go backwards. You created a calculator with all these national precedences, and I can use it for free. It's
actually just Utah for now. We only have Utah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But you as an injured worker can use it for free right now.
If I'm in the state of Utah, I can use your calculator for free.
Correct. If you're an injured worker.
Are you sure?
100%. You can visit our website, go to our quick calculator, input your data, and it's not going to give you
the website's
Case Valuation Report.
CaseValuationReport.com.
Correct.
CaseValuationReport.com. If you've been injured, you can put, oh man, that's a game changer for workers.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to educate the injured workers to be more aware and know exactly what they can expect as far as benefits come from the injured that they had at work.
That's incredible, Jonathan. So
There is a price for lawyers and insurance and all
Got
those.
it. So I can find out as a worker, but if I have a law firm and I want to go a little deeper, so that you're using this very clever,
correct,
as an entrance into the law library, so that you can extrapolate the precedences and the components and the valuation of each of those precedences, so that they can be applied then to the workers' comp case.
correct.
Whoa. Very smart I am.
you got it. You got it.
That is so cool, though.
Exactly.
So you've passed on the person, and then they are going to extrapolate that in their fee, because if whatever their fee to you is, that's going to be picked up. Whatever your fee to them is, will be picked up when they win the case.
Exactly.
And then they can, and it probably saves a tremendous amount of legal time, I would imagine, because now we don't have to argue about this. It's like, hey, man, a digit's worth 10 weeks. We've got 2 digits missing. That's 20 weeks. My client makes $500 a week. There you go. You owe us 10 grand. Plus medical expenses and X and Y, Z. Yep.
And not only that, I mean, the tool for the lawyers also are injured workers that come in and use the quick calculator. They can also be connected to the lawyers that we have on file or as our customers, because they know that they use the tool that it's telling them how much is going to.
And then it gives them, and it asks them what they
exactly. But moving on to the time saving, we do save time for lawyers. It used to take about 2 to 4 hours for them to evaluate a case. Now they do it in 10 minutes.
Wow.
So and another thing that is wow is that we have no competitors. There's nothing out there.
So that actually winds up saving the insurance company, because if they use your product, even whatever the payment of your product is, it's not 4 hours of legal time at $600 an hour.
Exactly.
So the insurance companies would rather base their payouts on you, extrapolating all this. It's really genius stuff.
And not only
you're
that,
very smart, Jonathan.
But
and you've got great hair.
Thank you.
And you're very good looking.
Oh, thank you.
You've got that Latin thing going on, and you're working it well. I'm very jealous.
Now I feel a little more confident. But yeah, so we do save the lawyers a lot of time. They used to take about 2 to 4 hours, like I said, and then now they take about 10 minutes. And that's the first that's the first feedback we got from our very first client, which was our trial client. And then he's still our client for the past 2 years, and it's been using that. We do offer some subscriptions, but every single report comes at $39.99. So imagine
the lawyer pays $39.99.
Correct. Lawyer, adjusters, or anybody, $40 for the entire thing.
$40. I have access to your entire database. I extrapolate it. And I imagine it's $40 per case, $40 per entry. But still, you find out everything you need to know. You submit that. You're going to close faster. You're going to save you save the 3 to 4 hours of legal research. Second, you've got a powerful tool. Now, when your tool becomes the standard, every insurance company is going to say, well, this is the standard tool. We use CVR. We calculate everything within 4 to 6% of CVR, above or below. And that's how we're getting there. Here's why I love living in Utah, Jonathan. You probably do too. I'm surrounded by geniuses. This is the melting pot for innovative entrepreneurs. You're one of them. That's cool.
I wouldn't consider myself a genius, but I think I pick my network very, very well. And I think that the people I surround myself with are smarter than I am. So that's how we get. I think that's how I get to places.
That's incredible. Yeah. So if you were marketing your product, what is the one thing that you wish your clients, the attorneys, or the people who are using your product, insurance companies, what is the one thing you wish that they knew that they'll only know after they experience your product?
We're 100% accurate. We're 100%
so they'll
accurate.
Know that once they use it.
Yep. Once they use it, yep. We give the entire report with all the precedent of the case, the law, and then why it's.
What's the value of that accuracy if I'm an attorney? It's saving me time, energy, money, but more importantly, it's saving me credibility.
Not only that, but you can also make data-driven decisions. I mean, we have the precedents, you have the data from the injured worker, from the accident. So you have everything in order for you to negotiate better and make decisions faster. So you can go in there and negotiate a case a lot faster than it used to be because
incredible.
You have this information now.
Incredible. I love it. Well, I've got a lot to talk to you about, clearly, man. If you're an attorney and you're in the state of Utah, or you're an insurance adjuster and you're in the state of Utah, you're going to want to get CVR.
Correct.
Right. And say it again. What's the acronym stand for?
Case Valuation Report.
CaseValuationReport.com, CVR.com. You got to find these guys. They are killing it in the workman's comp space. I'm sure they're going to branch out into other verticals. I love working with geniuses. Jonathan, the CEO of the company, thank you so much for coming down, spending time with us. How can we help you? What can we do for you, sir?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for the space, for the time. You have a really nice setup here. So thank you for that. Number one.
Club social, man.
Exactly. So your entire place is great. So if anybody wants to record here, so I'm sure that we'll be back and do some content around here.
Excellent. Well, I think that everybody has, this is the thing that people forget. 100% accuracy is what you were sharing as the one thing that people need.
Yep.
Right? Is they need to be accurate, and that creates confidence. So I think what you're not selling, I'm giving you some marketing advice. May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a web development company, and I write code as well.
Okay.
Clearly. Right? So one of the things that was interesting is it was 100% accuracy. Accuracy creates confidence. Confidence creates victories. So I want to say again, if you're going to go into a negotiation, you want to go in with the highest level of confidence, because the person with the highest level of confidence always wins the negotiation. So if you haven't read any books like Black Swan, you should read them, because you need to increase your confidence. CVR is increasing confidence on both sides. I can confidently negotiate on the insurance and the adjustment side. I can confidently negotiate on the law side. And I'm negotiating not only numerically, but with precedents. So you need to start to distill that into the marketplace on both sides. And then you'd really want more workers coming and using the CVR, because they're going to be able to get attached to competent attorneys. So if the attorney says, hey, we just saw your case, we looked it over, it was submitted by CVR. Do we have permission to speak to you? I'm sure there's some sort of legal statute that you.
Yep.
And once I have permission to speak to you, I can confidently tell you that there's been 27 cases like this. This is the median. This is what we can expect. We can have this closed in minutes instead of months.
Yep.
Because what the insurance company really wants is they want to beat you down as the worker. They
want to pay the least amount possible.
Right. I want to, and I think that we need to introduce you to people like the Wounded Blue, right? Who my friend Randy Sutton is the founder of, and there's workman's compensation cases with police officers and the insurance companies just beat them down. They hold them into submission. They don't look at, hey, here's what you're worth, the 500 weeks, the 1,000 weeks, whatever it is.
Right.
They just want to pay the least.
Right, exactly.
They just want to pay the least.
And that's exactly what we're pushing for, standardization. So if we could get somewhere to the workers' compensation fund, I mean, there are 60,000 cases every year of workers' compensation claims. So if we could get into the workers' compensation fund and let them know, we're pushing for standardization of the industry.
Yeah. Well, we can help you get into that. That's a phone call. Right?
We'd love that.
That's a phone call. I'm Italian. When I make a phone call, people pick up.
All right.
Jonathan, thank you so much. I really love this. I could talk to you forever. I think, again, I do believe the same thing you do. I'm surrounded by geniuses here at Bad Bet Productions, and we're really grateful. This is the Utah Business Spotlight. I'm with Jonathan Castillo. Guys, share this. Everybody needs to know about it, especially all my friends who are attorneys. Start grabbing some of this information and utilizing the resources that are around you that are changing the way business is done. We'll see you soon.